G'day and welcome to Bushcraft Tasmania. Today we're going to be doing a knife review on the Cima 1, the jungle survival knife. So who is this knife for and where does it fit in your kit? Well, if you're looking for a small fixed blade to do most small camp or bushcrafting tasks, and you're perhaps interested in SE3, but you're unsure about the general feel, the weight, the ergonomics, and you can't yet justify the price. Perhaps you like Moras, but you're not completely sold on either the Scandi grind, or you're concerned about the partial tang and how it will hold up over heavier batoning and over a long period of time. So for those two reasons, we're about to see whether this might be a knife for you. So let's take a look at the specs of the Cima 1, the jungle survival knife. With an overall length of 21.5 centimeters or 8.46 inches, this fits into the small fixed blade category. It has a black satin coating, which is described as plate titanium processed by Cima. It has a Rockwell 58-60, and the blade material is 7CR17 MOV. It is drop point, full tang construction with a full flat grind and a secondary bevel. It has jimping on the top, a finger choil, flax micarta scales, a rounded pommel, and a lanyard hole. The sheath is a plastic style sandwich construction with a full metal backing belt clip. It has a thumb ramp and good retention. There is, however, a pretty prominent sheath rattle. It comes razor sharp out of the box.
That is some kind of sharp. Look at that.
The full flat grind allows for decent feather stick making and also is excellent at batoning wood. During the test phase, I found that this knife performs excellent with small to large batoning. Once the initial cut is made, it slices so efficiently that you don't even need a wood baton to get through. In terms of other applications, whilst batoning, I wanted to see how quickly I could create a makeshift tent peg. From start to finish, it only took 1 minute. Although the satin black coating did start to wear off after a while on both the blade and the pommel, I did not find any sort of corrosion or rust stains after being prolonged to the environment. Alright, let's do this. Full span, let's go. Oh yeah, that's awesome. After a fair amount of wood processing, the knife edge became dull. With a few strops on the leather belt, the edge came back to a razor sharp. So what are the pros of the knife? It has a full tang construction and the blade is easy to sharpen. It has micarta scales for grip and are extremely comfortable in the hand. It's a great slicer and it's particularly good at feather stick making. The 90-degree spine creates an impressive array of sparks that resulted in a fire during cold and damp winter conditions. So what are the cons of the knife? Well, firstly, the jimping on the top is quite aggressive. After doing some feather sticks for a short period of time, I found that my thumb became quite sore. Number two is the sheath. Yes, it's plastic and has good retention, but the quality control on the sheath in terms of the finer detail, there are imperfections. And of course the rattle. So how much is the Cima 1, the jungle survival knife? Currently on gearbest.com, the Cima 1 is going for $29 Australian or $22 American. For a budget knife that's full tang, easy to sharpen, does all of your minor bushcraft, small campcraft tasks such as batoning, feather stick making and wooden tent peg construction, it is an extremely heavy duty knife. If you want to get the most out of your Cima one, you can do some fairly easy modding. With regards to the sheath, to eliminate that rattle, all you do is add something to the inside where the handle meets the sheath. I put some epoxy in there, an epoxy glue which expands, and what it's done is it's eliminated the rattle. It is so secure, I can even hang this upside down, attach it to some webbing, or hang it on my backpack upside down. This thing is not coming out. The second modification is to the jimping on the top. Just grab a file, round off those sharp edges, and you've got yourself a performer. So this is James from Bushcraft Tasmania reviewing the Cima 1, the jungle survival knife. Remember, get outside, get into nature, learn knowledge and skills, and we'll see you out there.